Hey everybody, how is everybody this evening? This is Peggy Boring from West Virginia, here in the foothills of the mountains in West Virginia, and I am on this evening. I always have that one eyebrow that wants to stick up on me there, but hey, we're not perfect, are we? But anyway, hello everybody, and Jesse scheduled me for the writers lineup this week earlier, and I was in Ohio and had to stay longer than what I had intended. So I asked her if it was okay if I rescheduled it, and she said sure. So I'm on for the reschedule now, and so what I'm going to do is do what writers do when they're on here, just share some of my writings that I have written, a couple poems, a couple dreams, and I'm not sure about the dreams, whether that's included in things that we can share or not. If it's not, I'm sure Jessie will tell me, but want to give a shout out and of course bless Jessie for having the Prophetic Hub page, and just bless her, and she's a true blessing to everyone and to the body of Christ for hosting the page, and for her life as a witness, and she's truly a gem. And so I just thank Jessie for the opportunity to share my readings. And Jessie, I just continue to bless you as you journey on with Christ, and it's just amazing what you're doing, and God is blessing you, and I'm so happy for you and your beautiful daughter. What a blessing for you guys. So I think also Alicia is scheduled after me. I think she had to reschedule too, so she'll be coming on after me, so I'm not going to stay on a long time. And I'm just going to get started. I'm not sure if there's anybody on here. I don't think there is. I can't really tell. But anyway, I'm just going to continue to read, and hopefully some people will jump on, and if not during the live, perhaps for the replay on the broadcast later. So I'm just going to decided to start by reading a posting that's on a page that I have, and this is about my granddaughter. I do write frequently about my family because I am a family person. I love my family, and I think that family is the greatest thing ever, and so I've been really blessed with my family and with my granddaughter. So I'm going to start by reading a little bit that I wrote journaling about her. Yesterday, July 11, was my granddaughter's birthday. Of course, this wasn't yesterday. I had written this some time ago. She turned 6, but now, coming July 11, she will turn 10. So you can see that this was a few years back. But as I looked at the pictures that were posted by my daughter, I was brought to tears as the realization hit me that she is growing up so fast. As I age, it seems that time really flies. I missed her little tiny first years as they were brought to memory. I found myself projecting how fast that time had gone to the future time set before me. I became aware of how fast 10 years can go by. In just 4 years, our little precious Leela Marley Promise will be 10 years old. And that was 10 years ago, so 4 more years have gone by, and they have flown by. And I'm getting older too. I remember her birth and how strong my daughter was as she worked so hard to bring our precious baby girl into the world. I will never forget as she labored on and on, that she cried out to God in the midst of her pain and joy combined. It was beyond explaining in words, hearing her call upon Jehovah, the giver of life, as she was giving of herself, all she had, a mixed emotion, an expression of pain and joy. I will never forget that beautiful day, seeing my beautiful daughter give birth to my beautiful granddaughter. I was overcome with love for my daughter and so proud of her. Leela Marley Promise has surely been the most precious thing to happen to us as a family. Of course, my children was precious too. Her heart is one of gold and one of love. She loves God so much, and she has blessed us over and over with her love. Even as a little child, you can see how much she loves God. She doesn't have anything else other than herself to give, but it is the best gift that we could ever ask for or imagine, her love. It is priceless. It changed our lives and continues to change us as we behold her loving heart, a true treasure of the heart. I am so thankful to God for being able to experience this wonderful part of life, a treasure from heaven. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourself treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Matthew 6:19 through 21. This next one is one that I wrote as I'm going through the aging process. I'm pretty honest with my feelings when I write, and I'm not ashamed of my feelings. You know, David, when he wrote the Psalms, he wrote some things. He wasn't afraid to say things to God, and you know, we have to be honest with God too. And so I'm honest in my writing, and when I share with other people my thoughts, you know, I'm honest about my thoughts about God too, and God in my life. So this is something that I wrote as I am aging. My inner self thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and behold the face of God? Psalm 42:2. At this stage of my life, I seem to feel fear creeping back into my life. The only thing that will scare me out here is a bee, so let's hope we don't have a bee event. I seem to feel fear creeping back into my life. Fear of life, fear of not living, fear of what my children are facing, fear of what the future holds, fear of my granddaughter missing me after I've gone, fear of the pain that my absence will bring, fear of my life being empty, fear of all I had felt life to be not being so at all, and on it goes. The enemy, he chooses every last thing he has in his arsenal of weapons to come against us, every day and at every stage of our lives. It can be a grip that is hard to break out of, but this I know, I must trust God and walk on into the future, the unknown, toward the end, even toward the end. I must trust God on this path of my journey also. I must embrace the emotions that I feel and let God separate what is Him and what is not. His love is what will cast out the fear and bring the peace my soul thirsts and longs for. I must let this dryness create a thirst in me that is far greater than anything I have ever known. This thirst will propel me to the greatest victory, and the closeness to God that I find along the way, the hidden gems that are covered with earth that I pick up from along the path, will become as great surprise gifts, worth much, much more than silver or gold. And the waters I find to quench my thirst, they will be much cooler to quench the thirst I feel. They will be living water. Teach me, God, to know your love and to walk in that love. I want to go with you to the high places where perfect love casts out fear. 1 John 4:18. And some experts of that was taken from Hind's Feet and High Places, which is an awesome book.